package for the consumer. Along with that is going to be customer database, how to read this customer database that we get from the client directly, Frontier. It all comes with big teamwork. We work huge in teams right here. Do you feel comfortable working, with teams? Awesome. It all comes with part of a new customer acquisition. We're only acquiring new customers for the customer, for the client. If the customer has already Frontier, that's not my guy. I move on to the next guy. It all comes with self-management courses and classes, one-on-ones as well, so you're able to manage yourself. That way you're able to manage others. Now, once you go ahead and complete the training, you're going to get a test. And if you pass the test, then we'll hire you into the account manager position. As an account manager, this is where you're going to be in this position for the next 3 to 5 months, give or take on your learning curve. This is where you're going to pretty much teach everybody what you've been taught. At this time, you're going to be managing 5 to 7 different representatives. You're going to be in a classroom teaching them. Are you okay with teaching? Awesome, great. Now, at this time, you're going to be in leadership training and one-on-one training as well with myself and with other top account managers, including the owner, Marcos, and either other owners, regionals, or national consultants, owners. Now, beginner account manager with us makes anywhere between 800 to 900 a week based on performance, meaning commission. Now, every customer that says yes for the service, it pays out anywhere between 90 to 255, depending on the package they're getting, whether it's internet and landline, or internet, landline, and cable. Now, my job is to help you, myself, and part of my team, how to acquire 2 customers a day. That way you're at least making about $200 a day. Now, once you're able to go ahead and acquire that training, then you'll be getting $800 to $900 a week. An advanced account manager with us is anyone that has been here for about 7 to 8 weeks and now is cracking anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 a week. Once you're able to show me that you're able to manage 5 to 7 reps, we will promote you to the assistant manager position. As an assistant manager, this is where now you're learning the back end of the business. So you're no longer dealing with customers at the residence. And why is it so important to learn this? Is because at this time, now you're learning how to run a market for Frontier directly. Instead of them spending billions of dollars in advertising and in billboards, since they're expanding nationwide, they rather have an owner take over that different market. This is going to take place for the next 4 to 8 weeks. This is where you're learning payroll and accounting, office organization, personal relations, human resources, social media, and recruiting. This is where your benefits kick in, and now you're making $1,000 salary on top of the production of your team, which is 10%, depending on how strong the core of your team is. If your team is 5, or 15, it ranges anywhere between $1,000 to $2,500. So on top of your $1,000 salary, you're looking at anywhere between $2,500 to $4,000 a week. But that's only for the next 4 to 8 weeks. Now, once you show me that you're able to manage the back end of the business, then we'll promote you to the manager position. As a manager, it's all congratulations, man. Now you represent the client. It ain't NK no more. Now it's your LLC, your corporation. At this time, now you oversee a market directly for Frontier. They sit down with you, they open up a map, and they tell you, what areas, regions, and cities are, available to take over. At this time, now you're going to be supervising your own management training program. You might need to travel for a day or 2, and this is just to meet with either regional or national consultants, owners that have 15 offices or 78 offices. Food, flight, and hotel are paid for. Would you be okay with traveling? Awesome. Now, this all comes with client management, open up your new market, and it's now, Rookie Manager of the Year makes $105,000 off residual income, overrides, and a guarantee from Frontier directly. Now, once again, it's based off performance up to here. It's commission and salary here, and it's an override directly for Frontier here. Now, our hours of operation are from 11:45 till 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday is a shorter day, it's from 10 to 4:30. Now, for the first week of training, you get paid $250, okay? So just to give you a little intake, first 2 days you're gonna be taking a test. Third day you come, first 2 days you're gonna be in training. Third day you come take a test. If you pass the test, Then we're gonna go ahead and engage you in the field, with the top account manager, which is gonna be myself. You're gonna be now, pretty much shadowing me. I'm gonna teach you the ins and outs, how to acquire those 2 customers for the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on your learning curve. Now, during these 2 3 weeks, everything is gonna be based off performance. The only guarantee is a 250. But for the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how much you engage yourself and how much work you put in, I'm going to be taking care of yourself. I'm going to be taking care of you for the next, 30 to 50% of the overall sales I make on a day. Of course, if you're dangling yourself around and you're not asking questions and not taking notes, then it's kind of like, why am I going to give you any of my profit? So it is really what you put in. So for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be taking care of you for 30 to 50% of the overall sales that I'm making for that day. After those 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be giving your own set of leads. By this time, you're already acquiring 1 to 2 customers back to back. And pretty much at this time now is you eat what you kill. Now, do you have any questions for me? Please hit me with the biggest objections that you guys have when you guys ask that question. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Awesome. Yeah, of course, man. A lot of people think like that. But to be honest, for a pyramid scheme, you gotta kind of invest in something. You either gotta pay for a membership like Primerica, etc. Not here. Right here, we only ask, for your work ethic and student mentality. It's our job to give you the proper teaching and training tools for you to be successful. By the way, once you're building a team, you don't have to go and self-recruit. We actually bring in the interviews, and you're actually duplicating the same process. So it's kind of like you learn, you're actually building your own team rent-free. So I like to see it myself like this. It's kind of like going to school to run your own business, but in the process, you are going to make some money. So once again, we don't ask you, to personal recruit. We don't ask for, money. To be honest, all we ask is, for you to put in, your hard work. It's a duplicatable process, and to be honest, there's only 2 reasons, why people are not successful in our business. It's either untrained or unmotivated. Now, when it comes to the training, we take care of that. So, however, we can't, motivate you. You have to come in kind of like self-motivated. So, do you have any other questions for me?
Is there a base pay?
Is there a base pay? Of course. Once you hit an assistant manager position, you get $1,000, salary. However, up to there, it's going to be all based on performance. However, we could put you at a salary, but to be honest, why will we do that? It's only going to keep you capped. So, right here, you pretty much, like we said, you eat what you kill. Our job is to teach and train you how to acquire 2 accounts a day, and even if you were selling just internet itself, it'll be 90, times 2. However, you wouldn't do that because with the proper teaching and training tools, you should be able to be successful. We have people that are in the office that have been here for about 7-8 weeks, and they're cracking 2 apps, 2, but they're triple plays, which is internet, phone, and cable. Now, if we do the math, it's $255 per each. So they just made $255 times 2 in a day. Do you have any other questions for me? By the way, the hours that I mentioned, they're hard hours. We do put in a lot of the work, but the reason why we do that is because we believe it's either, we do the heavy lifting now or later. We rather take care of it now. It's a structure that took 3 to 5 years to go ahead and build your own office, and it's actually shrunk for you to go ahead and be successful in less than a year. So, with that being said, do you see yourself doing this?
Yeah.
Now, do you see yourself completing this in 8 to 12 months or less?
How long have you been at this?
You get benefits?
Do I give you benefits? Yeah, we give you guys benefits once you get to an assistant manager position. However, 95% of the people wouldn't get benefits because now they're, about a month or 2 months away from them actually owning their own, their own corporation. And the reason why we do that is because we don't want to treat it kind of like corporate. This is for self-motivated people that put in the hard work. This is not an easy thing. This is not an easy thing. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be super transparent with you. However, in order for you to be super successful and lucrative, you have to kind of put in the hard work. So we don't want to treat it kind of like a clock in and clock out. We don't give, paid vacation. We do not give, sick days off. It's kind of like, like I mentioned it 3 times to you. You eat what you kill, man. You have any other questions for me?
So if I don't make money one day, if I don't I pick sign maybe one day I don't make money.
Well, it depends, right? Because it's my job to teach and train you, with the proper teaching, training, and tools. So, after your 250 paid training bonus for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, you're gonna get 40 to 50%, 30% of the overall sales that I make. Now, after that, you should be able to be successful to acquire your 2 customers a day. It's all a numbers game, man. Sometimes I get myself, 1 application a day, 1 customer. Sometimes I get 5 to 6. So it's how I play the week. One day I might make $90, the next day I might make, $700. So it's pretty much, self-motivated, and we're gonna give you the proper teaching and training tools, but you gotta, believe in yourself. It's one of those. You have any other questions for me?
No.
No, and this is probably gonna be the hardest thing you ever do in your life, man. To be honest, it's gonna break you out your comfort zone, 100%. And the reason why we actually do this ourselves, and why Frontier does it like that, is because they don't want to hire on skill set. They don't want to get a regional manager that ran Spectrum or Forever 21 for 19 years, 8 years. They want to hire on character. So we focus on student mentality and work ethic. And to be honest with you, the field, it's what filters out successful owners. Walking, the heat, the objections you'll come across. You have to have an unbreakable attitude, man. But with the proper teaching and training tools, we're gonna make sure that you're successful. And that is the reason why they designed it this way. Entry-level position, going through pretty much the hard knocks of life. I mean, if you're able to go through that, then you're able to go ahead and run an office that is gonna be making, a lucrative amount of money. Then you're able to have an unbreakable attitude for 25, 35, 45 individuals. You see, it's not about making $1,000 or $2,000 a week, or making $2,000 to $5,000, a week. It's all about making $6,000 to $15,000 a week, man. But once again, do you see yourself doing this?
Take it.
Yes.
It's not for everybody.
6 months.
And if you're thinking about it, I would say, give yourself a probation amount of time, man. You know how when you go into a job, you get like a 90-day probation. Give yourself, 60 days. Give yourself 60 days and see where you're at. It might be the right fit for you. It might not.
Okay.
Do you see yourself completing this in 8 to 12 months or less?
Oh, Nick.
6.
I'll see you in 12 months as
Mhm.
his employee.
It's unfair that you're asking me to make this question. It's unfair, man.
You guys gave me the rebuttals. That's right.